the annulment is often cited as a significant setback for Nigeria's democratic development, as some of our commentators, viewers online had actually stated. But what lessons do you think we can current and future Nigerian leaders learn from the June 12 annulment to strengthen democratic institutions and prevent similar crises in the future?
I think that first and foremost, we must do our best to ensure that the military doesn't take power again. That is the most important thing. Because what happened could not have happened if we were under civilian rule. And the military destroyed its reputation by its involvement in politics, by the corruption that happened during their time. Look at how much Abacha alone stole. Abacha alone probably stole in the region of $5 to $6 billion. So, first and foremost, we must make sure that the military, for no reason, take power in Nigeria. They must never take power again. All those deluded young people who are calling for military rule because their choice of candidates didn't win the election, they do not know. I can only say, Father, forgive them for they know not what they were doing. Those of us who witnessed military rule, we can't forget. So then the Independent National Electoral Commission should truly be independent. Even the manner in which the chairman of the electoral body is chosen must demonstrate independence. It must show independence so that the chairman of the electoral body, once he takes a decision, it is final, it is binding on anyone. Nothing should be able to stop the announcement of result of any election. We must remain committed to democracy because it's still the best form of government. We had a big setback in 1993, and it took us more than 6 years, or about 6 years, before we were able to bounce back, and we had civilian rule again. But people lost their lives, sacrifices were made. Some have not recovered. Some died in the process. So IBB, the blood of such people are on the neck of IBB, or in the hands of IBB. He has to properly apologize to our people. In another country, who have been arrested and put on trial. But that's not what we have here. They are even enriching him further, donating that much money to him after he subverted the will of the Nigerian people. He admitted that what they did amounted to subversion. You know? He admitted. But saying that the June 12 election, in page 275 of the book, he alluded that the annulment of the election was hatched and masterminded by forces led by Abacha. But who took the decision to annul? You took the decision to annul. Abacha didn't announce the decision. The buck stops at your desk. If you truly love our country and you are a true national hero, you could have decided that, look, whatever happens, let the will of the Nigerian people prevail. Today, history will have been fairer to him. IBB, in terms of infrastructure, is probably the greatest leader to come out of Nigeria. But nobody wants to talk about that. Third Mainland Bridge, he gave it to us. The first dual carriageway in northern Nigeria, the Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Highway, IBB gave it to us. But nobody will remember that until he goes into his grave. The annulment of the June 12 election will continue to haunt him. And he still has a chance to apologize properly, because writing a book, which in the process enriches you further, is not I'm making claims about the dead that the dead cannot defend, that the dead cannot defend themselves about. It's not the way to go. You must apologize publicly that you regretted your actions. You must apologize. A national apology, a proper apology, not in form of a book, is what Nigerians want to see. Those of us who lost loved ones, we cannot forget. It's just impossible to forget, because our country lost an opportunity to cement our unity as a people forever by the annulment of that election. And God's anger will be visited on those who set us back in terms of the unity of our country. They now employed all kinds of schemes to divide the North and the South in the aftermath of that election. What a shame.